to Zoom. And we'll start seated today. Is this rubbing? Yes, it is. I'll take off my mala because I heard it rubbing. I'm going to take off my sweater too because it's a little warm here today. I'm in Glimmer Glass again. Second time I've been in Glimmer Glass, which is really great. Brian opens the door and stays a good 6-8 feet away, and and I sneak in and we do the class and then I leave, which is great. I'm very grateful, very thankful for that because it's rainy today. One of these days I'm going to do it outside. And I'll take you, I've got a little mobile hotspot and we'll try that out. I think that'll be nice, maybe a little Rice Creek or something. That'd be good. Okay, so let's start with our breath. Shall we? Make any adjustments you need to make. Deep breath in and let it all out. This is just a cleansing breath, just to kind of prepare us for a more formalized breathing practice. And so I'm in easy pose. That's where I like to start. If you're in school, they used to call this crisscross applesauce, right? So this is a seated position crossed at the ankle. Everybody still hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Yay, okay, thank you. And I want you to bring your awareness to your shoulders. And let's try and draw those shoulders down and back. So over time, there tends to be a creep, right? We creep up before we know it, especially in tense or anxious times. Our shoulders are all the way up by our ears. And what happens with that is not only you building pressure in those trapezoids and those lateral deltoids and all through the muscles of the back, we're also we're tensing that upper abdominal, and those abdominal muscles, specifically the ones that wrap our rib cage, we tend to breathe more shallow. We tend to breathe in the top of our lung up here, and we never really get that deep breath. So I want to bring our attention to some deep breaths. I want you in your mind's eye. If you'd like to, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can kind of lightly cap your eyes, kind of fuzz your focus of your eyes. I want you to bring your awareness to your breath. So when I say bring your awareness there, I don't necessarily need you to do anything to your breath. Just look at it. How do I look at my breath, Steve? So when I say look, I mean in your mind's eye. Bring your attention to it. What's it like today? Is it shallow? Is it short? So let's now bring our breath in through the nose, feeling like a glass of water. And I like to have like one hand on my heart, typically my left, my right hand on my belly, so I can really bring a tactile sensation to that breath as well. So again, we can feel that belly come out. And on that inhale, we want that belly to come out first. We're going to fill like a glass of water, right? So from the bottom up. So we want that belly to come out, and then we'll fill into the lung, and then the neck, and as Wim Hof even says, even up into the head, if you can imagine that. So we do want that upper respiratory breath as well, but we want to breathe diaphragmically, a belly breath first, okay? So get it all out, all the way out. The belly comes in towards the spine. Deep breath in through the nose. Belly comes out. Keep going, expanding up into the chest. And when we're at the top, like we're smelling something delicious, sniff it up. Try to just top off that breath and hold on to it at the top. While we're at the top, make sure those shoulders are down and exhale. In reverse, through the neck, through the chest, and then through the belly. Keep going. You still have breath, and you press that belly in, pull that navel in towards the spine. Deep breath in. All the way up, top it off. Relax those shoulders. They tend to creep up. And out through the nose and mouth. All the way out. I just noticed I was holding some tension here in my left quadricep at the top of the breath. Let's bring our awareness as we continue to breathe in. Into the belly, into the chest, up into the neck and head. Top it off. Hold it. Where are you holding tension? You don't need to. Just hold your breath. And out. Pulling that navel in towards the spine. 2 more, just like that. Into the nose. We call this retain. Retaining breath at the top. And exhale. Out through the chest. Out through the belly. Navel pulling in. Keep going. Sustain. Don't take a breath. Ooh. Deep breath in. Retain. And breathe out. Sustain. I know I said 2 more. I lied. 1 more. Deep breath in through the nose. Retain or hold that breath. And exhale. Go ahead and let all that go. You can let your hands come back down to your lap if you'd like. Alternatively, your palms can come down to the mat. And as our breath returns to a different but uncontrolled pattern, so whatever your natural breath is now, noticing how it changed from when we started. We're going to take a deep breath in this time. If you are cross-legged, go ahead and use this opportunity to change which leg's on top, right? Change your circulation there. Deep breath into the nose. And this time on the exhalation, we're going to lower that head down. That chin comes down towards our chest. Resist the urge to concave the body. So if you don't know what I mean, take a look at the screen. This would be concaving the body. Try and stay upright with the spine. So we have an unobstructed breath, line of breath. Keep those shoulders down and back. Deep inhale in the pose. So in other words, chin still towards chest, feeling that stretch. If you'd like to, we can inhale our hands up and place them, fingers interlocked, just behind our head, and just allow the weight. We're not really pulling here, just allowing the weight of our hands to deepen that stretch on the back of the head. Exhale. Releasing those hands, we can bring the palm of our dominant hand as we breathe in to assist that forehead up. And exhale, that hand can come down. Let's exhale our right ear down towards our right shoulder. Ooh, there might be some pops, some snaps, some crackles. That's okay. Resist that urge to let that left shoulder creep up. Go ahead and keep it down. If you're having trouble with that, we can walk those fingertips of that left hand out. Feel that stretch deep and on that left side of the neck, right ear directly over right shoulder. Deep inhale in the pose. See how the breath changes it. So here it is. Hold the pose here, right ear to right shoulder. It's okay if they don't come together. I don't think they really can. Maybe somebody can. Deep inhale. And send your breath to that sensation in your neck, seeing how that breath changed. Did it change the stretch? That's what mindfulness is all about, is being right here in the present moment. Exhale, bringing that chin down towards our chest. Neutral spine. Opposite side. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Resisting the urge to let that right shoulder creep up. Left ear over left shoulder. We can walk those fingertips down if we like. And exhale in the pose. Deep inhale. And exhale that chin towards our chest. Hope I'm not blowing into the microphone there. One more time on each side. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder, picking up the pace a little. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. One more time each side. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, that chin to chest. Last time, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, that chin to chest. Awesome. Using that palm of our non-dominant hand. We'll switch it up. Let's inhale that head back up. Let's take that right hand, that palm, place it flat against the floor, turning that left fingertips over. Inhale, up. That left hand comes up. Like we're being pulled up by our fingertips. I'm wiggling my fingertips, full expression at the top. And exhale. Let's walk the fingertips of that right hand out. Feel that stretch in that left side body. Now in the pose, we want to think about stacking our shoulders. So our left shoulder directly over our right. We don't want to be concave, too far forward, too far back, convex. We want to be stacked and even, right on top of each other. Deep inhale. And turn that left palm over. Exhale. Come upright. Inhale that left arm up. Seated volcano pose. Nice and tall. Stretching up, 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 up. And left hand comes down. Right hand comes over. Opposite side. Ooh, that's where I need it. Exhale. Making sure those shoulders are stacked. Should be in one line. Our drishti can be straightforward, or if you'd like to go a different route, a variation is our drishti. Our yogic gaze can be straight up into our right palm. Deep inhale in the pose. And exhale, see if we can go a little further. Being wherever you are. Deep inhale in the pose. Exhale, turn that right palm over, come up. Left palm up, inhale. Seated volcano. Turn that right hand over, right hand back down. One more time on each side. Exhale. See how the stretch is different from the last time we did it? Deep inhale. Just sending that breath in your mind's eye, in your imagination, just to your left lung. Expanding that left side body, feeling how that stretch feels. And exhale up. Right hand joins it. Inhale. Stretching up like we're being pulled up by our fingertips. Our drishti can be straight up through our hands towards the ceiling if we'd like. Exhale, left hand comes down last time. And exhale, no. Really nice. Inhale in our mind's eye. That breath goes just to the right lung. Expanding out that right side body. Feeling that stretch. How it changes. Drishti can be up in the palm or straight forward. And exhale, we come up. Inhale, last time, inhale up. And exhale, bring that chin towards your chest. Legs still crossed. One vertebrae at a time. You can roll down that spine. Bring those fingertips all the way forward. I hope you can still see me. Maybe you need to take a look at the other angle. And we can inhale here. Feeling out that breath expands our abdomen. And with the exhale, making some space, walking our fingertips a little farther forward, feeling the stretch under the shoulder and along the obliques on the sides, letting that neck go. Our ears should be between our shoulders. A couple easy breaths here. Bring that chin towards our chest, walking our hands back towards our knees. Inhale up. When we reach the top, our head's the last thing to come up. We're going to switch our legs one last time. And exhaling here, relaxing, settling in the pose, maybe rocking side to side to widen the seat slightly, refinding our base. We're going to inhale those arms up one more time. And exhale forward, seated forward fold one more time. I guess this would be seated forward fold variation. Feeling how that stretch is moved now to our top leg, which in my case is the right leg, as well as the muscles of the upper back, the shoulders, the obliques, the tendons and sinews in the underarm. Couple breaths here. Inhaling, we back off the stretch ever so slightly. Exhaling, challenging ourselves, going a little further. Excellent. Chin comes down to our chest one more time, dragging those fingers back or walking those hands back towards our knees. Inhaling up. Head's the last thing to come up. Palms up receptively. Excellent work. Okay, so from here, make any adjustments you need to make. Let those feet go. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Cobbler's pose. One of my favorites. Our white balance keeps shifting here on this main camera. From here, we're going to stay upright one more time. And we're going to draw those knees down towards the floor. This is a yin pose, so we can let gravity do the work. That's what that means. So it's not necessarily active and we're forcing these poses, these stretches. It's much more just letting gravity do the work. So in cobbler's pose, those feet, the soles of their feet are flat together. We're going to draw those heels in towards the pelvis bone. We're going to try and stay upright. In gym class, you might have heard this referred to as butterfly pose, right? You probably spend a lot of time going like this. We're just going to let those legs relax. And if you have space in your practice, you can go ahead and exhale, forward. So the goal here is not necessarily bring the forehead to the feet, but bring the heart towards the floor. So we're going to stay upright as much as we can, using our breath here. This is one of these stretches that you can really do a lot with in a short amount of time. So respecting where your body is, but also challenging yourself. I've got the palms of my hands flat on the floor in front of me. And I'm going to inhale the nose. And I'm going to exhale. I'm going to walk those fingertips a little farther forward. Trying to draw those elbows and those shoulders down. I'm going to over-exaggerate that. I'm turning if you can see me, turning those elbows under and dropping them down towards the floor. So once again, I'm trying to keep my shoulders back, leading with the heart, not coming concave here and arching my back. Inhale. Try to go a little further. This is one you can just hang out with. It feels intense, and it is, but I think you'll be surprised with your progress. Continuing to breathe into that sensation. You're okay. Send some breath there. Don't freak out. On the exhale, going a little further. Just inchworming our way forward. While dropping those elbows, dropping those shoulders, long necks, leading with the heart. Wherever you are, let's stay right there. Take a deep breath. All the way in. Feeling how that breath maybe changes the stretch slightly. Maybe it makes it a little easier. Maybe it makes it a little more challenging. Exhaling. Tucking the chin to the chest. We'll inhale as we walk our hands back towards our feet. And it's a little counter stretch here. And we reach the top. We can grab a hold of we can put our pointer fingers and our thumbs around our big toes, or we can wrap around our palms around our ankles. And we're going to just stretch back, letting go of that chin. Oh, back bend here. Drawing those shoulders back and forward. So, wonderful. From here, we're going to let those feet go. Maybe you need to assist them up a little bit. If you do, that's fine. I do need to check one thing here. So forgive my great big finger here. It is this time to take a breath, right? Yeah, okay. Perfect. From here, I'm turning sideways just so you can see me a little better. But you can stay in whichever way works best. We're going to come on all fours here, tabletop pose. So in tabletop pose, my knees are just under my hips. My legs are about shoulder width apart. I got my great big baggy pants on today. So I don't know how well you can see me. They're very comfortable for my practice. They may not be the best for you seeing my position. So from here, I want my palms, the base of my hand, I should actually say, directly under my shoulders. So oftentimes I hear folks that have a lot of issue with their wrists in this pose. If that's the case for you, try and walk your fingertips slightly forward. So we want the base of our palm in line with our elbow, elbow in line with our shoulder, all in one line. And hands about shoulder width apart, engaged here. We don't want to be locked out at our elbow, a slight little bend in the elbow. I call this a micro bend, so that we're not hanging on our skeletons, we're actively engaging with the floor. If we were to gaze back through our knees, we can rotate our legs so that we cannot see our feet. So our feet should be hidden behind our knees, our quads. Tops of the feet flat against the floor. And we're going to take a deep breath in and let that belly droop. Deep inhale. Nice long necks. Don't sink into the shoulders. Nice and tall, but you can let that jaw go as we gaze up towards the ceiling, cow pose. Exhale that chin towards the chest. Coming up through tabletop. Inhaling all the way up into cat. Nice stretch here. So the pelvis turns the opposite direction. And we stretch up, engaging through the shoulders and the back. Exhale. Down through tabletop. Once we reach a neutral spine, inhale all the way through. Come back up into cow, letting that jaw go. Nice long necks. Have you seen cows? They have very long necks. And exhaling up into tabletop. Transitioning through tabletop, inhaling. All the way up into cat, feeling where that stretch is for you. The next couple of rotations here as we move, we're going to start to move into a flow between cat and cow. So as I come into cow, exhaling through tabletop, inhaling as I let that spine go. That pelvis rotates in the opposite direction, not sinking into the shoulder, nice and tall. I might shift my weight a little farther forward over my hands to move that stretch into the lower back. Alternatively, I can send my seat a little farther over my heels to move that stretch into my upper back. Making any adjustments you'd like to make. Likewise, as we exhale, up into tabletop, inhale. As we come up into cat, you can shift back or shift forward as you see necessary. So I'm going to let these next few transitions be in your own speed. So we can kind of come into a fluidity in the spine, inhaling and exhaling. As you see fit, moving forward and backward. Sending that seat over those heels. Over those chest over those wrists. Being aware of our wrists there. Maybe you want to switch directions and exhale this time up into cat. Bring that navel up into the spine. Inhaling, we're just going to bring this one breath here. Inhaling all the way through. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling. Up into cat, chin to chest, navel to spine. And switch directions again, one more time. We come through tabletop, let that belly droop, head goes up, jaw goes slack, and exhale. Up in the cat. Very nice. And when you are ready, meet me in a neutral spine, a tabletop position one more time. Cool, so tabletop pose there. I'm not sure how well I'm doing, but ideally we should have a flat back that you can place a glass of water on, still engaged with the elbow. We're going to turn those toes over in the back, come up into a nice high plank. So in plank, we want to make sure that our bellies aren't drooping or that they're not high up in the sky. Nice and straight. Again, once more, if you need to walk those fingers forward to take the pressure off your wrists, that's okay. Engaging, pressing up away from the floor. Deep inhale. Don't cheat yourself. You got this. Exhale. 2 more breaths, building some heat. Breathing into the belly, same thing, letting that belly drop. Gravity helps us here. Exhale. That should be a little harder. Engaging those abs. Last breath. Gaze long, necks long, tuck those elbows towards their side, chaturanga down, slow as we can, reverse push-up, chaturanga, all the way down to the mat, slow as you can, and relax. Very nice. Turn those feet over, you deserve it. We can push up and back, sending our heels over our seat over our heels, coming into child's pose. In child's pose, and try and find, catch our breath again. In child's pose, we can have our hands straight out as mine are now. Walking those fingertips forward engages this stretch into not just a restorative stretch, but also a stretch in the upper back and sides. But if that's too much for you, you can exhale your hands back towards your feet, letting the backs of your hands against the floor, palms up towards the ceiling. Your face could come to one side or the other. So a little thing about child's pose, if you widen your legs or your knees a little closer to the edge of your mat, you'll move that stretch into your inner thigh. If you narrow your knees, that stretches more in the upper back. Wherever you are is where you are. Making this practice your own today. And as we come up, we're going to transition through tabletop pose. Re-engaging with the mat, pressing up, checking our alignment of our spine, flat spines. I'm going to turn those toes over one more time. And we're going to send that seat up and back, coming into our first downward dog. So in downward dog, we can walk those legs out, drawing those heels towards the floor. If we gaze back between our legs, we should rotate those heels so we cannot see them. Once again, our heels hidden behind the foot. You can kind of pedal it out as I am now, right leg, left leg, bringing it, or you can just drop those heels back Our ears should be between our shoulders. If they're too far forward, we're basically in a bad plank. And if they're too far back, we'll come right out of the pose. We're in a forward fold. So it's about trying to find about a 45-degree angle with at the hips. Connecting with the breath. Don't lose your breath. Breathing in with the belly, sending it out. And exhaling, drawing that belly in. Navel in towards the spine. Shifting our weight, bending into the right knee, shifting our weight into our left ankle. We can actually cross one ankle over the other, deepen that stretch on the left side, just temporarily. Be sure to bend into those elbows now and again, walking those fingertips forward if we're feeling some tension in the wrist. Inhale, that right leg comes up. Three-legged dog. And exhale, we're going to bring that right knee in towards our chest, hovering over the mat. Three-legged plank. Inhale that leg up. Exhale, let's bring that right knee to our right elbow. Hover, 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 hover. Exhale, inhale up. And twisted three-legged plank, that right knee towards our left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale that leg down. Very nice. Walk it out, pedaling out those legs. And feeling how they're different, maybe from one to the other. Shifting that weight, bending into our left knee, shifting that weight to the right side, crossing that left ankle over the right, assisting that stretch a little farther down. Inhale that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhaling. Coming over the hands, hovering plank or three-legged plank. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Drawing that navel in towards the spine. Inhale up. And twist. Left knee towards the right elbow. Nicely done. Inhale up. Exhale that left leg down. Walk it out. Finding our breath again. And we're going to bend into those knees, but just hover, hovering table, hover over the mat. I'm not touching here. I know it looks like I am because of these big baggy pants I have. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Just hovering those knees a few inches over the mat. And exhale, turning those feet over, sending that seat over the heels, coming in a child's pose one more time. Very nice. Inhaling, let's come up to tabletop, but just to transition, we're going to cross the legs behind us, and we can drop our seat back. So come one more time into a seated position. That's just a transition as well. We'll turn it to the side. That's just a transition as well, because we're going to send those feet flat in front of us, coming into staff pose, okay? So staff pose, our legs are zippered together here. Still catching our breath. Still bringing awareness to our body. Staff pose, our hands can be in our laps, palm up. Shoulders down and back. Nice straight back. Sometimes this is enough. Sometimes this is as much stretch as you need. This can be a deceptively challenging pose. One way I like to think about kind of improving this pose is to focus on rooting the back of that thigh down into the floor, engaging those muscles, even if it means your heels come up off the floor slightly. That way you can really focus on upright position, shoulders down and back, spine up. Inhaling, exhaling. Legs together, but engaged. Should be at a right angle here. How am I doing? Okay, I'm doing okay. And this time, exhaling. Crossing our hands in front of us, inhaling up. Seated volcano, not variation. Exhaling. Coming forward, seated forward fold. And seated forward fold, we can grab anything we can here, right? So if all you can get to is your calves, great. If you can go a little further, maybe you can grab your ankles, maybe you can grab your toes. If you can grab your toes, grab your heels. You grab your heels, bend into those elbows. Engage those biceps. And once again, thinking about flat backs, Pulling those shoulders down, nice long necks, leaving that heart towards the thighs, not necessarily head towards the knees. And breathe. This time dropping our chin to our chest, releasing our hold, inhaling up one vertebrae at a time. Visualize it in your mind. One vertebrae like coins stacking. So we come all the way up, right, one more time, palms up receptively. From here, we can assist our right leg up to cross over our left, sole of our foot flat on the floor, okay? And from here, I'm gonna take my left elbow, if this is in your practice, I'm gonna root it on the outside, the opposite side of my left knee. I'm gonna bring my right hand back to come into a seated twist here, seated supine twist. And I can see you in the mirror, can you see me? Really nice, this is one of my most favorite stretches. So we got to focus on all 6 flexations of the spine in a yoga practice to make it whole and complete. And so maybe you want to adjust that hand, maybe you want to take it a little further towards the mat, maybe a little closer to your body. Focusing on the stretch here. Now in our mind's eye, take a deep breath in, visualize it just coming into that right lung. Deep inhale. And exhale, see if you can go a little farther, sending your gaze back over that right shoulder. Try to keep long necks. Feel the stretch. This is a complex one. Deep inhale. Just into that right lung. Exhale. See if you can go a little further. Really nice. Really nice. Deep inhale. Exhale. We can release that right hand to come join the left. And we can come back straight forward. A little counter stretch here. I'm pulling this right knee in towards my chest. Let my jaw go. Oh. And we can come bring those legs flat, straight against together. Just revisiting staff pose. See what that's like. Maybe widening the seat slightly to refine our grounding. 2 breaths here. On the inhale, bring that left knee up towards the chest, tossing that right foot over that left foot over the right thigh, hugging that in towards the chest. Seated supine twist prepped. We bring that left hand back. Right elbow to the outside of our left knee. And exhale, see if we can go a little further. Doing whatever you can do here. As long as we get that torsion on the spine, that's the idea. Doesn't matter how far you go. Deep inhale. Breathing in just that left lung. Imagine that in your mind's eye. Exhale, see if we can go a little further. Trying to make sure if your left foot, that grounded foot, is coming off the floor, back off that stretch a little bit. I'm gonna keep that foot flat on the floor. Long necks. Don't want to sink up here into our shoulder. Nice and long. You're all doing great. Really nice. Let that elbow go. Bring that left hand to meet the right. Hugging that in towards our chest. A little counter stretch. Head goes back. Oh, shoulders down, let go of that jaw. And straighten out that left leg to join the right. One more time, crossing those legs in front of us. Exhale, inhale those arms up. Exhale, seated forward fold one more time. Ooh, that's what I needed. So if you have upper or mid back issues like I do, this is a godsend. Focusing on back here a bit today. And that's okay. I think that's what I need. So hopefully that's what you need too. Bending in those elbows, engaging those biceps, trying to go a little further. Flat back. Using that breath. The inhale to nourish the body. Sending that breath wherever it needs to go, wherever that stretch and sensation is. Exhale. Using that space to go a little further. Releasing that chin towards our chest, rolling up the spine, drawing those hands up our legs. What's that feel like? Don't just do it. Feel it. One breath here. We turn those palms up in staff pose receptively. 2 more. Okay, here we go. favorite part of the pose here, favorite part of the practice. We're gonna bring those feet flat on the floor, bending into the knees so the kneecaps face the ceiling. So again, my legs are about a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna try and stay upright in the spine, long necks, shoulders down, heart forward. So this would be boat prep. For those of you that have my practice before, you know what's coming next. There's a lot of stops on the train for boat. So our most basic stop, our first stop on the train would be to rock back and try and keep that shin parallel with the floor. So it should be flat with the floor. Try not to sink into the spine, come concave. One more time, lead that heart open and forward, shoulders down, long necks. This should be half supported boat. And this is where you are, this is where you are. The next stop on the train would be the same prep, feet are flat on the floor, knees at a 45-degree angle. Rotating back one more time on that, on those sits bones, would be to release, still keeping our shins straight. Hands come to either side for balance. Half boat. Feeling that in the inner hip adductors, the abdominals, the quads, feeling that challenge. Final step, if you have it in your practice, you want to go a little further. Wherever you are is where you are. Knowing that we're going to hold this, I'm going to work you a little bit, building some heat for our final time. Inhaling up, same prep, except this time we would straighten those legs and let those hands come out to either side. Full boat. Challenge yourself. Where are you? This is where your breath comes real important. We're building heat. Think of it like a fire. You got to blow on it. Hold that. Pressing through those heels. Engaging those abs. You can feel me shaking. You can hear it. You got it. Deep inhale. Shoulders down. Won't let them creep up. Exhale. Keep those shoulders and those heels in a line. Slow as you can. Lowering towards the floor, slow as you can. But don't touch the mat just yet. Inhale up. Oh, yeah. Holding on to it. Deep inhale. Exhale those heels down. Slow as you can. Heels and shoulders in a line. Heels and shoulders in a line. Hover over the floor. You're not done yet. Inhale up. Last time. You got it. If you had to take a break, come back into it. Deep inhale, exhale, lower down, lower down, lower down. Slow as you can, closer to the floor, slow you move, close to the floor, slow you move, and relax. Very nicely done. Little rest here in Shavasana. We're not going to move into our final Shavasana yet, but a little relax here. You earned it. Those feet can fall open to either side. You can bring those flats of the flats of the floor, the flats of our feet to the floor, soles of our feet to the floor, knees facing up towards the ceiling. Back still against the floor. We can inhale both those arms up. Similar, about a foot between our hands, similar to a volcano pose. We can bring those hands together into prayer mudra. And exhale, we can rock from side to side to draw those shoulder blades out. Trying to spread those shoulder blades open, flat against the floor. Exhale those hands back down. Finding your breath once again. Forgive me. And from here, we can heel toe those feet out slightly on the mat so that our knees drop forward and together naturally. Hands can be on either side with our palms up receptively towards the sky, or we can bring one more time. We can bring that left hand towards our heart. See if we can feel our heart beat in our chest. You might now. Bring that right hand to belly. We can feel that belly rise and fall. Bring that tactile sensation to our breath. Bring us into the present moment, engaging that task positive network portion of our brain. Allows us to let go of our to-do list, let go of the things we haven't accomplished, let go of the worries and the what-ifs and shouldas and couldas. Instead, we engage right here, right now. It's the whole purpose of mindfulness. If you've never engaged in a spot of adult coloring book and maybe really got into it, or anytime you did any task, you might have said, oh man, I'm really in the zone. Really in the moment. I'm in the flow states. There's books written on that. So all the same thing, being right here in the present moment. That's why I attempt to bring your attention, guide you through your body. Just bring you right here, right now, not somewhere else. So walking those heels a little closer together, those knees still together. Inhale with our knees facing up. Windshield wipering those legs a little bit. We're going to exhale those legs, those knees together over to the left side. A little reclined supine twist here. Inhaling those knees up. Exhaling those knees down to the opposite side. Feel a little stretch there in the lower back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, we're going to bring the head into it. Inhale those knees up. And as we exhale the knees down to the left side, bring that head, that gaze over to the right side. We can tee our arms out to the side if we'd like, bringing our gaze, knees over towards the left, bringing our gaze and our drishti into our right palm. Inhaling up, our gaze comes up. Exhaling down, those legs go to the right, the head goes to the left, bringing this stretch up and this twist up to the full body. So my gaze is over my left palm. Inhaling up. Exhaling those legs down. Opposite side, last time. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Really nice. Inhale those legs up one more time. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Cannonball pose. We can wrap our hands, interlacing our fingers. And we rock from side to side like you're jumping in the pool. And we can reach down for our toes, wrapping our first and finger and thumb around our toes. Letting those feet come out slightly, but keeping them parallel to one another, drawing down with the biceps, allowing those weight of the arms to pull those knees in towards our elbows. Happy baby pose. Rocking side to side here if you'd like. Letting the back massage itself against the floor. That's yin, baby. Let gravity do the work. Maybe you want to stretch one leg up straight, and maybe stretch the other. It's up to you. We can experiment with this rocking forward and backwards, side to side, whatever you need. This is your practice. Make it your own. Make any adjustments that you need to if this is too deep for you. Maybe rocking more if you want a little more action towards the back, or maybe staying static and pulling those feet down, those knees in towards the elbows if you want a little more inner hip stretch. Whatever works for you. All right, transitioning those hands down to the ankle. We're going to draw those soles of the feet together. And keeping those there, we're going to make another diamond with our hands. So our thumb and our forefingers come together here. The rest of the fingers can curl forward into the hands, exhaling those feet and arms down together. So arms come over the head, slow as you can. Feet come down, engaging with that breath. Legs come to open, similar to cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet still together, fingertips still together, thumb and first finger together. Rest of those fingers down. And relaxing that on the floor, letting gravity do the work. Triple diamond pose. As viewed from above, we got one diamond here with our fingers, another made with our arms or our elbows, and a last diamond made with our knees and legs. Triple diamond pose, letting gravity pull us towards the mat. 2 breaths here. Deep as you can, belly's wide open. No restriction. And straightening through the leg, pushing down through the heel, flexing those feet up. Hands can come to our sides. Moving into Shavasana now, our final pose. In Shavasana, the legs should be zippered together, heels together. Let those toes fall out to either side. Hands by our side, palms up towards the ceiling receptively. Make any final adjustments. Maybe you want to separate those shoulder blades again, the way we did before, by coming into prayer mudra with those hands and rocking side to side to spread those shoulder blades apart. Making any adjustments, scan through your body here, trying to find some stillness. Making adjustments you need to make. Maybe if it's a little cool or cold in your place, you want to have a blanket ready for your feet or legs. Drawing those fingers down towards the heels, you'll notice you'll make space for your shoulders. Nice long neck without moving anything hardly at all. Relaxing. Where are you still holding tension? Reconnecting with our breath. In through the nose. Belly goes up. Exhale down out through the mouth. Allowing that breath to relax. Allowing yourself to sink into the floor. Check your body scan here. Where you're holding tension. I was holding some in my arm. Deep inhale. And relax each breath out. A little deeper into the floor. Letting that lower back relax. Deep inhale. What about your feet and your toes, your quads, your shins, muscles of your thighs and your glutes? Exhale, relax. Let it all go. Let your body be limp and heavy, feeling the mat support you, feeling the floor support the mat below. Deep inhale. Send that belly up, leading with the navel. Deep as you can. And into the chest. You still have room. All the way up into the neck and head. Top it off. Retain. And relax those muscles. First from the chest and neck. And down to the solar plexus. Working down the abdominal. All the way down to the lower lung and belly. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhaling. Starting from the bottom. Inhaling up through the belly. Then into the chest. Finally into the neck, even to the head. Retain. Exhale, releasing the neck and shoulders. Now releasing the rib cage. Down through the solar plexus. All the way down to the belly. Let that belly go hollow. Get it all out. Last time. Deep inhale. Hold it. Try and relax while you're holding it. See if you can become aware of your heartbeat or sounds around you. And exhale. Relaxing everything in your body now. Head to toe, all the muscles of the back and the neck, the face, the shoulders, the arms. Letting your breath come to a neutral, easy position. An easy rhythm. Remaining relaxed. The reason corpse pose is considered a master pose. That's because it's time for our body to lay flat and relaxed while our mind stays active. It's not nap time. This is time to sink into your body. Take a scan of what maybe you're still holding on to in your body or mind. What maybe you need a little more time to work on. But knowing that you have no place to be, nothing to do, just being right here, right now, in this moment, feeling the mat beneath you and the floor beneath the mat. All of the muscles relaxed. And as your mind starts to float off, as minds often do, with your eyes still closed, body relaxed, bring your attention back to your body, back to your heart, back to your breath, back to the sensation of the mat or the skin, your clothing against your skin, anything that is right here and right now. If you're more tactile, maybe it's the skin Maybe the sensation of air against the skin, clothing against the skin, the support of the floor. If you're more auditory, maybe it's my voice. So you start to have that thought about your to-do list or what you're going to eat later, the things left undone. Bring it back to my voice or the sound of your own breath as it comes in through the nose and out through the mouth. Using this time to just be, not plan, not think, not do, just be. To take a page from Thich Nhat Hanh, breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I know that I am breathing out. How often do we go through life on autopilot? How often are we performing any number of tasks without even being aware of where we are and what we're doing? How often is it that we feel overwhelmed in doing just that? Breathing in. I know that I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. So you bring your attention back to this room, back to this space, back to your body. We can allow our breath to bring a little movement into the body, taking a little deeper breath, sending that belly sky high towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, maybe you want to bring a wiggle to the toe or to a finger. Bring a little life back in the body, noticing how even the smallest of movements in a face or a finger or toe involves such complexity. Breathing a little deeper into the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe we want to exhale our head from side to side, bringing a little movement back into the spine. Returning to this place, returning to our bodies. And when you're ready, on an inhale, we can bring our hands to the floor and assist ourselves into an upright and seated position. Hello, welcome back. So it's a couple minutes after 5. That's our class today. I hope you had a great time. This was Mindful Yoga with Stephen. I'm here every Friday at 4. Maybe not here every Friday at 4, but I'm here in the interwebs, at least until further notice. So I think this is working pretty well. It's a little better, a little less of a hassle, a little less tech issues than last time, but we're getting the hang of it. So I hope it just keeps getting better and better. Next week, I hope to have my in-ears too, so I can hear you and play along with the music. We lost a few people, but we gained a couple too. I'm here for a couple more minutes. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to switch over to this screen over here so I can take any questions. How did the playlist work for you? So did it work okay for those of you that used it? Cool. So if you have any questions, I'm going to hang out a little bit. I'm going to stop recording now. And we record these for the benefit of our